Here with ESPN analyst, my friend, and 2008 Celtics champion, Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah.
Perk, the last question that Doris asked Jason Tatum, it was all about, is it enough to win a championship? What is the biggest improvement that you've seen in Tatum's game this season?
Well, it's his trust, right? His trust in his team makes it his playmaking ability, making guys around him better. But I also at times watch him take a back seat and actually be a decoy. Again, when you can have a guy like Derek White go out and win Eastern Conference Player of the Week, that speaks volumes of the organization and your superstar in Jason Tatum. And he knows he's going to need those guys in order for the Celtics to win a championship. And I love the growth, and it comes from him actually watching himself on film. It's more than just being in the gym and being between the lines. It comes from studying the game and growing as a player.
Watching him, I mean, to me, it's finishing at the rim. He's averaging a career high in the restricted area. His rebounding has gotten so much better. It looks like he's gotten stronger. He is so focused just being around him the last couple of days on making sure they get to that point to win. Jason touched on it. Al Horford touched on it when we chatted with Marcus Smart earlier today. All of the conversation surrounding the Celtics right now is that the measure of success for them is getting to the finals. To you, what is the biggest obstacle in their way of getting there and then winning a championship?
Well, it's not getting there. They did that last year. It's championship or bust. And look, they know that, right? They know the pressure is on. But it comes down to Coach Joe Mazzulla. And, you know, I'm happy that he actually got the contract extension. If I was the Celtics, I would have waited a little bit longer for the simple fact I want to see him have to go into his bag and make those in-game adjustments when it matters the most.
Yep.
Or in a series where he's going against Eric Spoelstra or Bud or Doc Rivers, have to make those in-series adjustments where he may have to switch up the lineups or things to that nature or his scheme, because that's what's going to define him. If the Celtics get bounced out in the first round, then what? And right, like if Eric Spoelstra come in and they have him to play the Miami Heat and they lose in the first round, now what? Like, I need to see him where he's in those moments, and I need to see him, you know, have to go into his bag.
But you know what? Something that caught my ear over the weekend is
what?
Is when Joe Mazzulla, he said, he was talking about a play. There was an inbound pass to Marcus Smart who found Jason Tatum, and he said, oh, that was Brad Stevens. He has no problem picking the brain of the coaches who are still in this organization that are around him. Brad Stevens saying, oh, yeah, and then crediting him. Oh, that was his play. That was his idea. It seems like the infrastructure is here in Boston. They have the pieces. They have the talent. It's if they can put it all together.
No, I'm with you. And look, you always want to seek advice, right? Doc Rivers and Danny used to talk all the time about lineups, and Danny used to shoot his ideas out there. Doc used to accept some, and he used to shoot some down. But at the end of the day, look, they all trying to accomplish the one goal of winning the championship. And again, the thing that I love today about Marcus Smart, right, he said basically that he's the extension of Coach Joe Mazzulla. You need that leadership in the locker room. You need that guy that's going to be able to call out Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So, again, they have all the pieces. That's why getting there is not enough.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.